Ugh. Oh, fuck. Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with a new Blu-ray DVD, CD, and I guess manga collection update. I haven't bought a lot in the past few months, mainly because I'm trying to recuperate after going to a convention and buying a few things that I didn't want to go over because I didn't want to look like a total fucking weeb upon doing a video about them. So, essentially what we have here is a bunch of DVDs, a volume of manga, some pins, and a few CDs, one of which I might have shown in one of the videos before. I can't be too sure of that, so I'm just going to show it off real quick anyway. I guess I will start with the oldest, the one thing I've had like the longest that's been sitting here. It's the new Roger Waters album, Is This the Life We Really Want? For those of you who don't know who Roger Waters is the lead singer and main lyricist for Pink Floyd, one of the greatest bands ever. And he has released this new album this year that is essentially about the current political climate as well as the current social climate and everything. It's a really great album. I really do love this album. It's got a couple tracks on here that sound just like old Pink Floyd songs. The tracks specifically that sound like really old Pink Floyd songs are Is This the Life We Really Want, as well as Smell the Roses. Specifically Smell the Roses. That one has a really good kind of Pink Floyd sounding like guitar. Has some Pink Floyd sounding guitar in it. It's definitely like not the greatest thing Roger Waters has ever done, but it's a really good album, and I really do like it. I may as well just do the rest of the CDs while I'm sitting here. I scored the Dead Kennedys' first album for $5. Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables. Big fan of the Dead Kennedys. Recently have gotten into them, and I really do enjoy their music. It's their music is like really energetic and just fucking raw and heavy, and they talk about serious social issues. One of the best tracks on this entire album, this is their first album too, is a little track by the first track on the album called Kill the Poor, which is essentially about the government killing poor people so that way they don't have to pay taxes for welfare, as well as other things like that, welfare and food stamps. And yeah, they were a very political band, but they were great. The Dead Kennedys, I really like their music. And this particular release of it comes with this poster that's also kind of the lyric sheet. On this side, it's just like it looks like an old fucking like gig poster, like a punk rock gig poster, and this side says Rotting Vegetables, and then this side is Fresh Fruit, which I'm pretty sure those are all the lyrics down there. Yep, all the lyrics down there in that microscopic fucking print that I can't even read. Really cool little like mini poster that we got in there. The CD isn't in here because it's in my car. So, same goes for the Roger Waters album and this next one. I bought my first death metal album ever. At least I'm pretty sure it's my first death metal album that I've ever owned. It's Death, Spiritual Healing. Yeah, their album from 1990. One of my favorite Death albums, honestly. I do really like their first album. The first album is a little cliche sounding because it was essentially the first death metal album. So, for the time, it was a little different and definitely heavier than you would expect. But now it sounds a little cliche. I still really do like their first album, which was, I think their first album was Scream Bloody Gore. But yeah, Spiritual Healing. I've always loved the cover art on this album too. This is the special edition that has a cool little slip cover as well as a bonus disc with like rehearsal versions of the songs. But I don't want that. I just want the bass fucking songs. But yeah, there's that. Okay, let's get on to the DVDs. Thing I've had the longest. I showed this off in my recent on the most recent horror pack unboxing, mainly because I had nothing else to really show. But I'm just gonna show it off again real quick. It's a newer release from Intervision. They've recently done a release of Suffer Little Children, which is a shot on video film I haven't seen yet, but I plan on it. It's their recent double feature release of Dark Harvest and Escapes. Dark Harvest being this kind of scarecrow zombie slasher film that's pretty fun, and Escapes being an anthology film that is again pretty fun. Neither of these films are very good, but they're fun as hell. Escapes has Vincent Price in it, and it's I don't really know what to say about either of these movies. I really like them both. You should check them out. Put this back up on the shelf. Oh, I found this at a yard sale. It's Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. I found it for $1. It's like used. I mean, the case is a little bit of damage, but the disc is like has no wear on it at all, almost as if this was never watched. I really don't like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. I don't like this one that much. I honestly kind of hate it, but I prefer Road Warrior. It's probably the best Mad Max film. I think most people would agree. But for $1, I guess I can't really turn that down. Oh, I got a Massacre release just randomly. Felt like buying something. This was $10 on Amazon. It's Women's Flesh, My Red Guts, which is a short, essentially direct-to-video, shot-on-video, Japanese pornographic gore film, similar to Tumbling Doll Flesh, which is also from Massacre, which I do also own. And Massacre's also planning on releasing, and it's from the same director too. And Massacre's also planning on releasing the director's third film, Suicide Dolls, eventually, which I'm gonna get that. I honestly kind of like Tumbling Doll Flesh for how fucked up it is. Same here, but this has more of a kind of interesting experimental feel that's kind of creepy to it. So I kind of like this one a bit more. But yeah, you know, Massacre Video, they're a great company. You know, all the extra shit. I'll get on to the one volume of a manga I bought. I haven't finished reading it yet. But I've recently gotten into, when I say recently, within the last few months, I've gotten into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Started watching the recent anime adaptation. I say recent, but it started in like 2012, and it's already got the 4th season out, and I hear they're working on the 5th season, and that hasn't really been confirmed yet. But essentially, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it's a really crazy, like, action comedy horror series that I don't know why I didn't watch it earlier. I started watching the anime and I really enjoyed it. So I figured why not start reading the manga, even though there's like over 800 chapters of it currently. So I saw this at Barnes & Noble, and it's nice. Like, it's a hardback book, and I kind of like the presentation of it, so I figured why not. So I got the first volume of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which is very, very nice. Where's the, there it is. I was gonna, there it is. There's the scene where he puts the dog in the furnace. The anime is pretty violent too, but from what I hear, the manga is far worse, and so far I can agree with that. And next we go on to the stuff that I got today, which is kind of what made me think maybe I should do an update video now. I heard that with this new release of the new adaptation of Stephen King's It, there's a local, somewhat local chain called Buybacks, and only one location in Columbus, Ohio, is doing this promotion, and I saw it on Facebook, and I saw that it didn't have many, like, shares or likes or comments when they posted about it, so I instantly knew I had to make a trip down there today. So I did, and with your purchase, you get free promotional It pins, and I like to wear pins on my jacket and stuff, so I figured why not. So there's 3 of them, and I got all 3. The first one is one that says "Where's Georgie?" Let me get out of frame. That good? Come on, fucking. I guess that's good. There's another one which I kind of like this one the most because it's just a pretty obscure. Like if you just wear this one pin, not many people are gonna get the reference because it's a little obscure. It says Losers Club, which is the group of friends from It. And then this other one, which literally has the fucking poster artwork on it of Georgie and Pennywise with the balloon, and it says It. And, you know, those are pretty cool, you know, free with any purchase. So I figured I'd go down there, because I always tend to find an interesting movie or two when I go to buybacks. What I like about buybacks is, unlike some other used DVD shops and stuff, places like FYE, they tend to have a wider selection of weird, out-of-print stuff than, like, again, stores like FYE do. So, I found a few movies. None of these are really out of print, but, I'll be honest, I've never seen any of these, like, in person at any other shop. So that says something. I got Jim Van Bever's The Manson Family on DVD from Dark Sky. And this is apparently a kind of horror film about the Manson murders and about the Manson family specifically. And oh my fucking god, I'm just now looking at the runtime on this. If this runtime is actually for the film itself, then the film is about 3 hours. If I'm looking at this correctly, and this time and the runtime on the back is for the film itself and not the bonus features, then this film runs for about, what is that? Yeah, about a little over 3 hours, which I don't know what to say about that. But I love reading about the Manson family and stuff like that. I read Helter Skelter when I was in high school, and I really liked reading it. It was really interesting to read about the Manson murders. And yeah, this is apparently like a really crazy, violent, psychological horror slasher about the Manson family, which I guess that'll be interesting as hell. It comes with it says on the bonus features, it has an interview with Charles Manson. I don't know if that's just like an interview that they were just like, hey, just throw it on the DVD, or if like Jim Van Bever actually interviewed fucking Charles Manson. But yeah, I'm happy to finally have this one. I've been wanting to get this and check it out for years. I know, like, I think both the DVD and the Blu-ray are out of print. I grabbed this one movie, which I have no idea what this is. As soon as I saw the title, I instantly knew I had to have this. Yeah, I don't know what this is exactly, but it's definitely a Mexican film, and it's definitely a Mexican vampire film, and it's definitely has something to do with luchadors. It might be a Santo film, I do not know, but that cover art is like fucking awful. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I gotta own this. This looks like that kind of bootleg shit I love. And the disc is like untouched. I'm gonna have to look up this film and find out what it actually is. I grabbed this Japanese film I've been wanting to check out for a while called Versus. I've actually kind of forgotten what this film is about, but apparently this is like the collector's edition of it that has like the director's cut, I think. Let me see something here, I think. Whoa. Okay, no, I wanted to make sure This wasn't the same company. But this is one of those, like, releases that looks like it is, a foreign release of it. Because it has all the Japanese and stuff on the back, and it says it's region free. So it has English subtitles, so I guess that's a plus. I have no idea what that is on the fucking disc. I think the disc, I didn't even see this. The disc, I think, has a little bit of damage right there. I'm pretty sure that will affect whether or not it plays. And I wouldn't give a shit if that was the bonus feature disc, but that's the disc that has the film on it. So I'm gonna have to watch this and make sure this actually works. But I got Versus, the Ultimate Versus. This one I'm really happy to finally get my hands on. This is the fucking limited. Oh, I didn't even fucking. Holy shit! I didn't even realize this was a limited numbered edition when I grabbed it, but I guess it is. So I guess I have another like numbered edition from Anchor Bay on top of the release of Bad Taste I have from them. But this is the 30th anniversary edition of Night of the Living Dead. This is essentially a like version of Night of the Living Dead where John Russo, who co-wrote the original Night of the Living Dead, took the film and added like an extra 15 minutes of like just random newly shot footage, claimed it was old footage, and just added it onto the film. And apparently this version is terrible. And I wanted to get it because, let's be honest here, I'm a huge Romero fan. I want to own like every version of one of his films. I own every single version of Dawn of the Dead. So why not do this? And this also has like a bunch of fucking, like, it has a new version of it with a new score and everything, and it looks like it's gonna be terrible. It also has the fucking soundtrack, the new score on CD, and look at that fucking artwork on that disc. It's terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun digesting this one. This one's gonna be terrible. But anyway, guys, this is Biscaboo Horror Reviews signing off. Peace.